out how to calculate holding off Corey Heim, who's been so incredibly strong at different points in this race. The other thing that we got to look at, catching up to Corey Heim, is now Carson Hocevar. And we've seen how calculated the two of them were when they were at the front of the pack earlier in the race, being able to choose when and where to pass. Now that they're together like they've done on restarts earlier on, will they be able to maybe work together to get past some of this traffic?
We went from a Heim party of 5 to a Hocevar party of 6. Party of 6. That's what this lead pack is all about.
I'm just impressed with Grant Enfinger. You know, all day we've been talking about him not being happy with the handling of the race truck, so they get a shot out front, and look at him. He's holding them all off.
And that's the beauty of what we call clean air, right? And that clean air is, we might be speaking too soon here. Lane Riggs with a great run, and here's the problem. If Lane can't complete this pass, which he's not going to be able to off at turn 2, watch what happens, and he's able to get back.
Chastain.
Here comes Ross Chastain.
Here comes Heim. Here comes the whole world.
And there goes Lane. Lane Riggs falls back, loses those 2 spots.
Look at that battle.
Look how close they are.
And Enfinger's hanging on for dear life there. He's getting shoved all over the place. He wants those pushes, but he wants them to be a little taller.
Ross Chastain in that 44 truck won the Coke 600 a couple of weeks ago. Over here, just looking for the win. Hasn't led yet today. Hoping to change that right here. Lane Riggs, he tries to get around him, but blocked. There was contact there. 3 wide for the lead. This is unbelievable.
It's really tight coming off right here. So Ross wants to keep on the outside of Lane, which he's been able to do so far. What they're going to have to watch out for now as they side draft is right here. Grant Enfinger making it 3 wide, and that's exactly what you got to watch out for. Corey Heim absolutely loving what he's seeing, maybe going to get a chance to get a spot here.
Well, what about Grant? He made the big move and made it work. Back to the lead for the 9 truck.
And that is a veteran right there, Michael, right? Grant Enfinger, we've seen him in position at Michigan before to possibly win races, putting himself where he needs to be at the right times to try and take back control of the race. And that's the fight that we're going to see here now for the next 14 laps, is trying to fight to be in control when it gets down to the last lap.
And squeezing into little bitty holes like that right there, all the way to the check. That made me nervous.
Contact at 185 miles an hour. They're bouncing around all over the place. Let's listen to our leader's radio.
I can't stay here, Jeff. You keep doing what you're doing, but we made our bed. It is what it is.
Yeah, he's talking about gas. Jeff said, could you save me some gas? And Grant said, no, I cannot save you any gas right now.
And that was my concern when we were on the break earlier, on the red flag earlier, was how do you save as we see a
Look at Hocevar.
big move from Hocevar, maybe going to go 2 for 1 here.
On the march.
And this will open up the door for Heim. Watch this big run from the red truck back there. There it is.
The big push Ross Chastain gives to Grant Enfinger.
This is wild.
It's just a back and forth, and just we're seeing haymakers throwing right here, right? In terms of its Lane Riggs into the wall a little bit, and they will have to be careful. These trucks, we've seen everybody that's gotten into the wall have right side trouble with tires, so he's going to have to keep an eye on this.
New leader. And look at Hocevar.
I'm not in that shot. Hold on, let me change that.
Just looking for any area you can find on the straightaways, right down, drafting off of 5.
It's Tony Breidinger. Put her a lap down, swapping all over at the front.
These guys got to have a lot of trust in one another, and that trust will run out. There it is, right there.
Contact, around he goes. Can he save it? Carson Hocevar was sideways, and he does. That is Ross Chastain saves it, and Hocevar to the lead. There was so much going on, contact everywhere, guys. We're staying green.
I don't know that I've seen one that sideways in a long time and save it. And great job by Ross Chastain. Of course, Carson Hocevar now gaps the field, right? Gets a little bit of a lead. But let's remind you, as we take a look
Why
at
is
the
he
slide
shaking
and
it? Something's going on with Hocevar.
There's that left rear. I bet she was wondering if there's damage enough there to cause a flat. We see the Goodyear is rubbed off that Eagle. There's some debris on the back. Will that bring out a caution? I don't know if my heart can handle a caution. Somebody's got a flat.
Tire carcass on the track.
There it is.
And the caution is out. Lane Riggs is on pit road.
You called it, Regan.
Wow, so much here over the past 5-6 laps to unpack right now.
We really needed a break, didn't we? We gotta size this thing back up and see who's gonna do what.
Saturday's baseball